start with a mic and I'll bring in. This is no ambience, by the way.
That's just the mic?
Just the mic. I'm going to start edging in. Starting to sound harsh to me.
It sounds different too.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, it sounds. The DI is pretty hard. It's pretty edgy sounding.
What if we take some of that 2 to 3K range out of it?
We can do that. I'm gonna turn it up to find it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the.
That's closer.
Yeah, that's.
You guys, is it getting better?
The upper end is, but it's tubby on the bottom.
The bottom is tubby on this.
Tubby and ill-defined.
This here's just the direct.
Right.
That's better. What is that?
That's just the direct body.
That's fine.
That's better.
Okay, so here's the body. Here's the mic.
Nice. I don't want that mid range.
Yeah,
right.
Is that coming from the DI?
Well, it's probably not. The DI is not helping it. I'd get the best mix you possibly can on the mic'd guitar,
Yeah.
and then we'll add the
DI.
DI judiciously to give
That's
it
what we
clarity.
were
Yeah.
thinking.
Okay.
Okay, so let me go to here.
I'm the first one to say that I think we should start cutting a little at the low end on the mic.
So we can
On the
boost
direct,
level.
on the mic.
On the mic.
Yeah.
So we could boost the level.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of gonna find the low.
It's not. It isn't what this instrument sounds like.
Right.
It's just.
That.
Yes. Exactly.
Just.
Let me do that in John's ear.
Thank you. That's great. Yeah, good. Thank you.
Oh, and it's only Monday morning. All right. You know, I'm such a sentimentalist, but I gotta tell you guys, this is the best week of my life so far.
It's
right
the
now.
closest thing to normal in a year and a half.
That's exactly. That's what I'm
And
saying.
we ain't exactly normal.
No. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
So that's the stuff you want to get rid of, right? That low end crap.
Not get rid of it, but make it defined and crisp.
Right.
It should sound like
pull it back a little bit.
like it set a new strings.
Cut off the bottom.
That's
That's a good idea. Like you said, new strings.
Yeah.
What's the lowest cut EQ of?
I can cut anything.
I mean, what's it cutting at right now?
We're cutting at 133.
I think it's a little higher,
Okay.
Yes.
like 200.
Only if you're able to bring the volume up.
Yes.
You're gonna have to compensate for the loss of energy.
I was just looking for more definition down. Oh,
And that's just the mic guitar?
This is just the mic.
Jeez. No, good job.
right there it gets that
gets rid of that
nosy thing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet that's like 400.
Now we're around 250, 219, 229.
I'm starting to hear some sparkle.
Yeah. Top end is too
it's too hard.
edgy. The bottom is nice.
Okay,
The
so
bottom's nice.
so the top is a little on the
Yeah.
blankety
The,
side.
the lower top is
Yeah. I'm gonna plus it so we can hear what it's doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's ugly.
I'd be all for hearing some real air added in, like 15.
Lower. A little sparkle on the strings.
This is pretty good. This is just the mic.
This
Yeah.
is just the mic.
Wow.
I think it's getting better.
Yes.
This is I'm at about 12.5 roughly.
Perfect.
And are we going?
And but that's a shelf, so I'm going up higher than that.
Yeah.
And will it help? What will happen when it gets limited? Compress.
Well,
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
It's gonna get a little sharper when it gets.
You're gonna love it.
isn't it?
Do we feel like we're in a ballpark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fenway.
now do we? Again, we're not adding ambience at this point.
Right.
We're not adding hall. We're just looking at the guitar. Do you want me to start bringing in the DI?
I think we
So-
should talk about the ambience and hold back the DI for right now.
Okay.
That's probably a good idea.
All right. So let me. Okay. So the ambience, and there's a pile of choices with ambience. We were at.
We were in Valhalla.
Oh,
They said together, hey, you wanna start a band?
Okay, so this is large. We went through the small and medium ambience, and they all
Right.
felt kind of
Small and,
small and
Yeah.
medium.
yeah.
Here's larger. We're talking about 8
Chamber.
tenths of a second.
Nah, I still feel it.
What's that?
I'm still feeling it, a tubby cheesecloth on the,
Okay, tubby cheesecloth.
on the
Let's.
bottom end of the,
That's pretty technical.
yeah.
No, well, I'm there. I'm good with that. Okay, so tubby cheesecloth. We still need to deal with that. Then.
Well, what about EQing the ambience?
Well, we can do that too. So here's the guitar without the ambient.
Yeah, let's hear it without the
Yeah.
ambience one more time.
I like it.
I swear I hear it. I hear a room. But
So does that still have
Yeah, it still has some
tubby cheese?
It's still got a bit of tub to it.
Okay. Okay, so let's.
like in the 400 to 600 range. Feels
Yeah, and that's about where let me go here. I'm gonna make that much smaller.
Can we hear the same section on the guitar? Again, can just
Yeah.
move it back.
I like that.
It's better.
The guitar sounds lovely. I wanna hear some air. I wanna hear the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking for
Yeah,
room.
we're looking for- Are we ready for ambiance yet?
Okay, so we'll try
Yeah,
some
no,
room.
okay. I think it's better.
And it may be that
Yeah, the room.
the room is the wrong room. I mean,
Yeah, let's
this-
go
Oh,
back,
yeah.
let's go back to
I
a
have a
smaller
suggestion for
room.
the room.
Huh?
I have a suggestion for the room.
Okay.
A lot of floor and a lot of ceiling. No
Okay.
walls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so we're not,
Alright.
what we're not doing, we're hearing the first reflections, we're not hearing second reflections,
Good,
Well,
good.
and we're hearing
basically, we
reverb.
want to hear the mid-range,
Section.
because the guitar occupies so much of the mid-range, let it have the mid-range.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just hear the high end and the
Yeah.
low end of the room.
Yeah.
Is that a good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Let's hear what that sounds like.
So,
This is so much fun.
Is there a setting
Can
or
we spend a week working on my guitar?
Can, actually,
I thought
so
we
that
already
we
had
don't
that.
spend a week working on the guitar, is there something that, now that we think we have a sound on the guitar, how do we save, how do we denote that?
Oh, I can just,
Well, it'll stay,
Wow.
that setting stays.
yeah, it stays in now, and then I'll, as soon as we actually, cause we might go back and forth here still.
Sure, all I mean
And as
is,
soon as we do get to a point where we go, we think this is
Yeah, exactly.
a
is
potential
there something we
one.
can do with it that will be able to be extrapolated to other
Yes,
tracks?
yeah, absolutely, yeah, we'll give it a name, it'll be, you know, Noel's guitar,
Wonderful.
one.
Noel's room.
So that we don't wind up having to
That's-
EQ.
No,
every
that's
track.
what that, and that's the thing, we would get to, at least it would bring us to that point, then
Oh
if we
my
had to
God.
like,
Although
Great.
the only
we can
thing
save
I
it
can
as like,
think
you
is
know,
not real.
guitar one, guitar two.
Great.
so-
Terrific.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I just think if we get this first one, we'll,
Yep, no, that's
Once we
great,
have
that's
that,
exactly
love
what,
the idea.
then I'll give it,
That's
a
what
then
this
we'll
is.
give it a name and we can do anything.
okay.
So I'm
So we're
kinda
going
wondering
for
if
a
the,
ceiling and floor room.
okay, so I'm kinda wondering if we're not really looking for ambience, because we're probably looking for more like a room.
Sounds like gymnasium to
How
me.
about this?
Oh, I hope not, that's too big.
There's some really weird ones.
A lot of.
Okay, now, this is called
No,
a
I think
dense.
you're right, but
Oh,
if that's
great
right,
stuff.
I'm not sure that's the
I
same.
know, exactly.
It's a little high.
Go for it, Jeff.
Has too much detuning, that's the thing about that.
It's almost underwater again.
It
Yeah,
sounds like.
no, and that, I mean, that was what, that was I was looking at spaces.
Am I stating the obvious?
We don't want a cathedral. We could have a chamber.
Yeah, that hall sounds like it distorts the guitar.
Yeah, it does. What it did was it had actually
What,
a detuning thing going on in it. Like
Sounded
like
wild.
Lexicon 40L saw was detuned. Just
what
'cause.
does cathedral sound like?
I will take you to one. Would we like the Abbey Church of Fossa Nova?
Small one. Small
Basilica of San Petronio,
10 seconds behind.
the Basilica of Santo Spirito, the Basilica of Santo Spiri, Church of San Lorenzo,
St. Patrick's in New York City.
Is there some small cathedral?
small cathedral. There's Münster.
We
Let's
gotta
just
hear
try
that.
it.
We gotta hear
We
it.
just
try it.
name, just, oh
Yeah.
geez, okay, alright. I'm gonna play it just cause.
Yeah.
Forget it.
It's 10 seconds of reverb.
We need a smaller cathedral.
Yeah.
It's not as far off as you think.
I know.
It's just the length is too far. Okay, so it's a nice sound. I gotta give it a nice sound.
Warm. It's warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go. Let me go to Duomo di Orvieto.
Oh, yes, good choice.
This still is. I think this is a little on the long
It goes
side.
well with pasta.
Chateau.
That is way too much
Way
beginning.
too much.
Way too much early.
Those Duomos were big.
We'll go to San Lorenzo. This is more like what?
Can we get into the confessional booth and that?
Yeah.
They're too big.
A backstage.
Sounds like way
Way
too
too
much
big.
echo.
Way too big.
It's
Sorry.
too big.
Thank you for trying.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna say let me just go to just for experimentation's sake, because that first Musta was really nice sounding. It just went on
was.
forever.
Yeah.
So maybe if I drag it back from 10 seconds to say a mere couple of seconds.
Too much.
Too much. It just has huge.
Yeah.
Oh, and it also
It's
has
too big, yeah. That's 2 seconds?
That's 2 seconds, but it's also the depth. I've brought the depth way back.
What if you cut that down to like less than 1 second and we
Yeah.
hear it happen faster, so to speak? Still too big, isn't it?
Yes.
And this chamber has a lot of high initial echo. So
Yeah.
we're gonna want to go somewhere else on this.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's go to dense.
Go to Italy.
Go to Italy, I guess. Well, I thought we were, but let's go to Santo Spiri. Oh my God. Okay, no, I'm just not even gonna take that one. This is 11 seconds.
I think we're not in the cathedral.
I think the cathedral business thing is really
Right,
not
too
working.
small.
probably
Small.
not.
Are there other rooms?
Oh, there's tons of Abbey
My
Church.
father has many rooms.
Yes.
There are many rooms at my father's house. How about
That's-
the little
that's
brown church in the Vale in Iowa?
Okay, so then we're looking at,
That would have a nice echo.
Chambers.
we have halls.
Yeah,
Chambers.
hall.
Yeah, try hall.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not
we've got,
chambers.
Why
let's-
chambers? Why chambers?
A small chamber. It's a chamber group.
No, chamber is
Yes.
bap 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 bap.
yeah, there's,
Oh,
okay,
in
so
this
okay,
terminology.
there's a
Okay.
clear chamber
Try it.
and
No.
Still too big or too
Yeah,
long.
it's too big.
Still echoes
Too
way
long.
too
Way too much.
okay, all
sorry.
right, let me go to, if we like the way something
Do
sounds,
they
we
have
can,
closets?
Well,
there are really small things.
What kind of closet you looking for?
Walk in.
Right.
He is a, no, it's too long, that's way too long. Okay, I think chambers are taking us into the long places. We don't really want a dark space.
No.
Okay.
We want I think we'd like an acoustic stage, hall, that kind of.
But right.
Okay, so, let me go here. We have a hall, we have concert halls, we have wide suites, we have smooth hall. Nice chamber. I guess we could start with nice chamber, since I just think it
That's-
sounds nice.
Yeah.
It's short.
Good.
Jesus.
No, way too
Jesus.
much.
Well, you know what, the depth is way too much.
Yeah.
It's got too much
We
length.
can control all of that.
Yes.
Now
That's better.
Put a little more depth in. No,
Too much?
too much depth.
That's not bad.
This is still just the mic.
This is still just the
Yeah.
mic.
Well, I'd like to hear the center of it moved a little to the right.
Move the center to the slight right.
Yeah, move the mic to the slight right, yeah.
Okay.
We'll stand over here then.
I just, nice.
Pretty nice, yeah.
I'm looking right at him. What do you think?
It's not bad.
Do,
I don't hear any
The only
keys.
do you want any decay, a longer decay or anything, like a longer room on it?
Let's hear that.
Because if I like the way it sort of the sound of it, I just wonder if it should.
Well, I
The
wonder
room
if
does
the
make it
addition,
boom a
the
little
addition
more.
of the direct might give you that kind
Yeah,
of.
let's,
Well, let's try the decay thing. 'cause
Okay,
I-
so this
I-
is at
I think
1.26.
John's on it.
Oops, 1.26. I'll just take it up to 2. Let me go 172. Whatever. No,
No.
I liked it better at the other one.
Yeah.
It was.
It wasn't so obvious.
Yeah. This is back to the original. I'm also gonna do, it's got no pre-delay right now, it's just going directly.
Let's leave it that way for now.
Okay,
Yeah, and, let's agree that, okay, that's pretty good, let's move to the next idea, which is turn on the direct.
yeah.
okay,
And move it to the left.
And, yeah, put it where Noel likes it,
okay, and you like that kind of
halfway left,
halfway left, which is closer
or
to
45
sort of like
degrees.
that. Okay, let's try this.
Ooh,
We have removed your fingernails though.
Yeah, we need more fingernails.
Yeah,
What's
we're
that?
missing- We've
more
lost the-
fingernails, so less direct?
No,
No.
no,
It's
sharper
the-
direct, or more direct.
Yeah.
I say sharper,
Yeah, I mean, here's, cause I'll,
if that's.
We haven't EQ'd the direct.
yeah, just a second, let me get there again, I gotta bring
Okay.
this up this way. I gotta do
sounds like plenty to me, right
Yeah,
there.
plenty.
Dr. Bob?
That's pretty nice.
I'm a little
Pretty-
concerned
pretty
that
close
that
to
direct is a
crystal
little
clear.
too, little scratchy sounding.
It is a hair scratchy sounding, yeah,
But
it is,
it's
yeah.
pretty nice.
Well, I would read that as two choices, less of it or cut the top end back, or the upper mid-range back.
Yeah,
cut
can we
the-
do that?
I would
Yep.
cut the
Upper mid-range.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep the fingernails in it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, we had a little bit out before at, it's a little bit out at about 1360, so do we wanna go up a little higher to kinda just make that smoother overall?
Try it.
I would say 5K.
Okay, good, that's, I gotta play some kinda right there. Yeah, I'll just take it down, so. I'm gonna take it back here a ways, so.
But you lose the fingernails with
Yeah,
that.
it feels so.
Okay, let me bring it up a little higher, so we're,
Where is it now, Jim?
right now, it's a little over 6.
It's, okay, there are the fingernails, good. Bottom is lovely. It's clean, clean as a whistle.
I still think it needs a teeny bit more fingernail.
I agree, Bob.
Okay.
A little more fingernail?
Yes,
Okay,
Or more or higher at that amount.
yeah.
okay.
Can you go up there?
Yeah, I could go up, I'll go up higher,
Yes.
so the
it's
roll
up
off
there.
doesn't start until
Right.
a little higher.
Alright. What's that now?
This, now we're about 72.
Okay.
Higher still.
Yeah,
No, that's not gonna do it.
Are we close to 10?
yeah, we are at 10. Roughly.
Okay, how
It's
about,
plenty of fingernail, I think.
It's a little, see, that harshness creeps back in there.
Yes.
It does.
But I think if I, let me try the roll off, just pull the roll off at that frequency, pull it off, pull it down a little bit more to get rid of that.
Remember, we all gotta remember this is not a solo guitar record.
no, I know that, but if you get the sound right, I think that I think the B and the E string, the fingernail sound is not, it's just
Not quite?
not quite, it's too rolled off.
It's
Okay.
too rolled
There.
off, okay, so,
Yeah,
okay, I'll bring it back up.
Or what about going up higher, John?
I can, yeah.
Like add some 10.
Add some 10, cause
Yeah.
I'm, right now I'm rolling off at 10,
if you,
I thought you were below 10, I'm sorry.
yeah. I could add a little something below 10.
I'd say add
if
something
you pull
above.
down below, if you pull down a teeny bit at about 7 and go up at 10,
Okay,
do you have, can you put
alright,
an
let me do
additional-
that, let me go,
You know what I mean?
That's what I thought we were going.
no, okay, so, here's 7, we're rolling at 7,
Good, and now bring up at 10.
and then I'm gonna bring it up at 10.
Same amount.
Okay, now let's all stop talking and listen for a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, Ed.
Oh,
I'm liking this. Me too.
I'm not hearing the presence.
That's what Noel
Yeah, same thing.
More 10, John.
What's that?
12.5. Air.
No, it's a little less, you have to take a little back off the ambience a little bit.
Want me to back the ambience off?
Just a but you can lift the high end of the ambience.
Yes.
Wouldn't mind that at all.
That's what we were talking about doing.
Oh, okay.
Lifting the high end of the ambience.
Second one, get in there. Okay, let me just get to that. Come on, do what I want you to do, not what I'm telling you to do.
Did you just wave at people?
I did.
Boy, what a ham.
There's no.
That's what that Beatles thing is like. A lot of that, you know.
Oh, waving at the camera?
Making faces at the camera and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we wanna do with the EQ? We want to raise, or do we want to raise the high end of it?
I think up high, just get a little more air into it.
Hey,
And what you're gonna, yes, go.
That's nice. That's nice.
Teeny bit more, just, okay,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
It's crystal clear. It's
Yeah,
very
that's better.
present. It's very nice.
And the bottom's a little tubby, but,
on the
No,
return?
it's not.
No, I
No,
think the bottom's nice.
Just that note was.
okay.
Yeah.
Can
And
I
just leave it.
Will we live on the edge for a moment?
Yeah.
Let's listen to the cello with this.
Okay.
Do we have both the mic and the direct on now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
the
It's
direct
got plenty
is,
of top, it's crystal
Yeah,
clear, but it's
yeah.
still, it's very warm sounding,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is lovely.
the direct is down there a ways, which is where it should be,
And the,
And is the ambience in? Both of them in?
ambience is in on both of them.
Okay,
both
And we've
guitar tracks.
EQ'd,
yep,
we've EQ'd the return, the ambience.
Yeah.
We've given it a little bit of juice on the higher end. And now we're gonna go. Oh, okay. Cello.
Where do you see the cello visually in this mix?
To the right.
Outside past your guitar.
Yes.
Far right?
not hard.
Like 45.
Okay.
Because it's gonna, with the echo thrown back to the left center.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am going to treat that reverb solely as Noel's guitar reverb.
Okay,
Ooh.
good.
Because that way we're not chasing
Yeah,
Right.
Yep.
good
other
idea.
things
It
around.
makes
it.
sense.
But we can always start there.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you,
yeah.
it's
yeah.
great that you can do that.
Oh, yeah, you can, that's the beauty of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, actually, John is not even in the room here. That's how far the technology is. And that's scarily close to holographically true.
Oh, stop it.
I can't be with you in person, but
But my avatar,
my avatar can be here. You guys gotta see Bo Burnham, I'm telling you. You know, you hip to Bo Burnham, John?
What's that?
Evidently
Obviously,
not.
I'm not. What is it?
You'll love it. It's the most cynical comic I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Hour and a half special on Netflix. Same room, one guy, hour and a half.
Wow. Like more cynical than
Than you?
Lewis Black?
different,
different.
much hipper
Oh, yeah.
than,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louis Black has that angry edge to him. That's,
yeah.
Oh, he's got a wicked angry edge
Yeah.
to it, which
This
sometimes
guy-
works and
This
sometimes.
guy is like a teenager angst,
Oh, wow.
but he, in a 30-year-old body.
Yeah, wow.
Over him.
We're gonna go
Oh,
watch
no.
him tonight, instead of talk about anything meaningful.
Oh, good. Okay, so that being said, here is some cello 45, roughly speaking.
Well, can we play it from the top with the guitar? Just
Yeah.
see what happens.
Well,
Okay, I don't know
Maybe
what
we
you're.
could
I
give
think
it
we
a
could-
sound.
I think we might just work on the cello.
Yeah.
Bring the same kind of attention to the cello that we brought to the guitar.
But,
See
well,
how they can.
Sure, but I just think that for now, everything is relative to the guitar.
That's true. John,
Yeah,
on the track,
yes,
at that transitional after the clanging,
yeah.
can you build in a lift to the cello so that that sustained note has some amplitude, or is that a mix factor?
That's a really, at this point, that's still kind of a mix factor. 'Cause
Okay.
The minute I start putting that stuff in
Okay.
there, then I have to undo it to get to where I
Okay.
wanna be if I
All
want
right.
to fool
Okay.
something. Okay, so.
Play, Gypsy, play.
wow.
I like my guitar.
I think the guitar holds up real well. I think the cello's just gonna be too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Not necessarily.
Is the guitar
Okay.
limited yet?
Nope.
Is your preference, John, to wait until the entire track is there before you start limiting?
Yeah, it's kinda nice to get as much in place
Right.
as possible
Yeah.
before we.
With a real
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you get the real dynamic, and so you gotta find out where you
Agreed.
gotta tuck
Yes,
it in and where you
agreed.
don't. It's just, we all grew up where there was, in a studio, you were lucky if you had 2 limiters anyways, so you had to judiciously use them.
Yeah, right.
We'll be limiting that.
So I used to copy, I put a
I remember
limited
that.
thing on other tracks, I could go back and limit something
Oh,
else.
Yeah.
That too. Jeez.
Yeah, but then again, you did have to use the record head, so you lost like this much of the tone.
Right. Well, we'll put more EQ in it later.
Yeah, we'll chase the EQ all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, oh man. Do we want the cello and the guitar not necessarily to share the same space, but I guess the question is, what do we want them to, how do we want them to interact? Because right now, it's dry. The cello's dry.
I know, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I think.
What
it
he
sounds pretty
recorded,
good.
where he recorded was probably pretty nice circumstance. We want him to be in the same room with me.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has to have a little bit of the same chamber.
Some chamber, and I'm gonna just give it its second chamber.
Yeah.
Yes.
My ear, with regards to cello, I hear a cut that's, I don't know where, but I hear there's a cut because there's not enough point for my ear to the cello. And I don't know what frequency that would be on the cello. But in other words, I want the cello to have a little more,
Edge to it?
not edge, but a little more attack. Not,
Okay.
not edge
I'm not
to
feeling
me
that.
is not a pleasant sound,
Right.
but attack is.
Okay.
Okay, that certainly makes sense to me.
Well, let's try it and see.
Okay, I'm gonna
I thought the attack was okay.
Yeah, I did too. I was amazed at how good it sounded.
Well, I'm thinking it's gonna sit back further level-wise.
Oh, I see, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me, it's overpowering the guitar. but
Okay,
the
so
Right
here's
now
the
it
picture,
is.
here's
Yeah,
Noel, you
it's
want
all-
the cello,
Sound
Right.
wise.
you
It
want the
is.
cello back a little bit.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
supposed to be,
Yeah,
right.
and I don't know, but what do you guys think that, in my mind, the cello is gonna play more to Noel's vocal than it is to Noel's guitar?
It's doing both.
Yeah.
Right, but it's gonna probably get more consideration as the accompaniment to the vocal than it is to the accompaniment to the guitar.
I haven't thought of it like that, let's have to listen and see.
I just think he's an amazing player.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I like that. But
It's gonna be interesting with the cello, cause depending on what the vocal's doing, there are times when it feels like what it's doing is augmenting the guitar right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's kinda stepping on it a little bit, but that may be because,
Well, I think, like I said, the cello is gonna have to play more to the vocal than it is to the guitar. But I think the sound is real good.
Yeah.
It sounds real good
Did
to
you
me.
put the room in?
no, I'm
I
gonna
might
go.
even say the cello is a little back now.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, cause I brought it back
Yeah,
some.
it needs to come forward.
It's,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, maybe
I agree.
halfway back to where he was.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so let me do this, I'm gonna go. Save preset.
Nobody's looking at my watch but me.
Why are you looking at your
I
watch?
was just curious on what time it was, cause I didn't know.
Is that the right time?
No.
I don't know what it says.
It says 10, that's when we started.
11:30.
Yes, 11:30.
And John, what kind of prep do you need for getting out of here at 1?
Nothing,
Walk out the door, that's it.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, I gotta warm my vocal cords up to yell at the kids.
Well, and you,
Can't you do that as you're pulling out the driveway?
Well, you know.
and you drive to where the bus is?
Yeah, and that's only like 2 miles up the road.
Okay.
That is pretty easy to get there.
You guys remember back, it must have been in the sixties, there were these ads and they were on TV and they were in print. And you'd see the print ads was this garage in the middle of a big freestanding building and 2 tire tracks up to it. And the caption said, "Did you ever think, how does the snowplow driver get to the snowplow?"
Yes, we do remember that.
That was a Volkswagen.
I do remember that.
Great
Did you
ad.
see the Google thing?
What is that?
No.
Oh,
The
yeah.
invention of pizza, evidently.
Yeah.
The adventure?
I'll click on it, but it just shows a pizza cutter and a slice of pizza.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see the.
Maybe Google is subdivided further.
Let's find out.
Alphabet has a new edition.
Cut the pizza to match the toppings. This is so clever. I hope they're having as much fun as we have. You know, I mean, can you imagine somebody thinking that this was grim? Oh geez, I gotta do it. What can I do?
Yeah.
National Pizza Day. Alright, I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here.
I don't like the melody.
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, we would like to welcome all these people. But we don't know who they are. There is a chat box, by the way. What does he say? You have to scroll down to see the box where you can enter your own comments. Oh, 2 new messages. That's probably not us, though. That's pretty weird, Noel, from Betty.
Hi, Betty.
How did Betty know where to go?
Okay.
Hey Betty, we love you.
All right, she heard that. Okay. I told Sally that we're cool, we're all vaxxed and boosted, and she should come and take pictures.
When
At
is- when-
John's, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I'm wearing my best pullover. I was telling Noel, I put on my winter shoes to wear them around. I haven't worn them for 5 years. I
Right.
put them on to walk around in them. And after about 2 minutes, I went, no way am I wearing these shoes in May. I'm not taking these shoes.
Those are
Were
winter
they- were
shoes?
they 200?
Are they rubber?
Well, I feel
You
fine, but
change.
yeah, I mean, Mary Ann bought me 2 pairs of shoes recently.
What are those?
Skechers, and I have another pair that are all black, and they look like they lace up, but you don't have to.
Yeah. Now, is
For
that?
those of you interested in gym shoes, you could go to Skechers.com.
And I said, no, I'll just wear my Skechers because they're comfortable, they're grippy, they're slightly weatherproof, and they look great.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, right.
Weird and all.
But what size shoe do you wear? 11?
13.
13, okay. What do you wear?
13. Only
What do
these
you
are
wear?
14s.
11 and a half.
14. Do you know how hard it is to find a stylish size 14?
Well, the kid at the shoe store recommended I do this because of the cut of my orthotics.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that has a
Gotta
lot to
go
do
up.
with it.
And has a lot to do with it, yeah.
And the other thing is, like, certain shoes don't fit my
Exactly.
arch, so I can use the keen boots. I
Yeah.
use those all the time because their arch is in the right spot. A lot of the other ones is like in the wrong spot, either forward or back.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You
that's-
can't hardly get them on, right?
Yeah, and I already have, tendon and well, those problems. I mean, you guys have seen it. But one of the times you were up, I was hobbling around. But
Well, both my arches
badly.
have collapsed and I have a bone spur in my right foot.
Oh yeah, the bone spur thing got the bone spur going. That's,
And,
that's
Hey.
cool.
What's this got to do with my guitar?
That's
The
right.
cello.
It's the
It's the
cello we
curve.
wanna work
We're looking for the bone spur.
Let's
Move
work
it along.
Let's work
Yeah,
on the
I'm
cello.
not, I'm
To the cello.
Yeah.
just contradicting myself.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no more room for small talk, cut the shit, let's go.
Oh, first 4-letter word used here in public. Motto.
We have a winner in New Hampshire.
The virus is spiking. These people won't get vaccinated.
It's kind of amazing how much it spiked here.
Yes, it is.
I think we're gonna get it,
We've only seen a little bit.
yeah, I think just a little bit from Thanksgiving and then after Christmas it's gonna go nuts.
Yeah, this morning they said their first data from Thanksgiving
Oh, is that right?
is
Dour.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's the good
You're
news.
talking about 50 million people traveling to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and
The
there's a whole.
biggest since a number of years.
What's that got to do with the cello?
So we
No,
hear the
We're,
cello.
we're
Here we
just
go.
wondering how many people are gonna hear
We
it.
got
Onto
sucked
the
in
cello.
again, let's go. Come on, we don't have much
I'm trying
time.
my best here, folks.
Okay, so let's stop. Okay, so here is cello with the same ambience that Noel had.
Noel invited the cello into his room.
Yeah. Okay.
Guitar's working, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I'll throw it out as the possible, we can pan the cello reverb
To the
either three
left.
or post to the left.
Yeah,
That's what Noel was saying.
yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Beautiful part he played.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm liking it.
Not only creative, but sensitive to the
Yeah.
lines that were being done
Right.
Yeah.
in the song. You have a little more echo on the guitar now. You know, I haven't thought about that. So we wanted to sustain a little more.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what I could do is take a feed off the, well, I could either do it off the guitar, but I like what this reverb on the guitar is doing is making the body up. It's kind of making it the instrument. Now if we want that to sustain, we could take another feed to a slightly longer reverb.
I like if I understand what you're saying, let's not commit ourselves to doing that everywhere, but let's do that now.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's the reverb, so I don't know, I can try it both ways. And if we have a color that we're interested in,
No, I love the guitar. I love what you got.
Yeah.
okay, but
Guitar.
for the guitar by itself, yes.
Yeah.
What about reverb coming off that for the length that you're looking for? Do you wanna
Yes.
keep the same, or do you want
Add a different reverb. I think it's a
a
great
different
Yeah.
style, different style of reverb, or different,
Yeah, different additive.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
you know.
okay, but do we have a thought?
I just what?
No,
Do we have a
just
thought?
The thought, the question, this is supposed to be a question mark,
You ever thought about what kind of reverb?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's what, do you wanna,
I just wanted to taste it longer at that spot in particular. Just go to that spot. And
Yeah.
something that goes with
bow, bow, bow. I'm playing, you know, boom down, boom down, boom down, and the cello's going uh. So I want bow, boom, dow, dow. I want the
so
dow
you're looking
to
at like a
linger.
half-second decay, or
Yeah.
maybe just a second.
That's the
Yeah.
upbeat
But-
you're talking about.
But really,
Down,
But it's
down,
probably longer than that.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not so much that it gets confusing.
Okay, but do we want it to sound like that particular reverb, like the guitar's a guitar reverb, that's all a whole package?
Yeah.
Do we want the reverb coming off of that to be a plate, or
A room.
a
No.
room,
Just more room.
but not the
A
same
longer haul.
ambient,
A longer haul.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Longer
That's
haul.
all we
And
want,
just
keep the
the
hair
gu-
longer.
And just the guitar. The cello doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
No offense, Gene.
Mm.
Let's see what that extra millisecond does to the
Right.
location of the guitar and whether it makes it sound like it's in a huge room or not.
I could run through a stack of Marshalls. I just thought I'd throw that out as a possibility.
It's so sensitive, you just add a touch of echo to this and it changes the whole sound.
Right,
you know?
right.
I'm glad we can all hear this.
Yeah,
Good that we do it now.
yeah.
So now we're gonna look for a room
It could be a hall,
or a hall.
the small, well, I don't, Where are your hands, John?
I'm just trying to think of. We don't really want to make it bright. We just want it to be moved.
Just extend it, that's all we wanna do.
Yeah.
Like a long,
Like
longer
maybe-
skinny room.
So suggestion, why not use the same thing that you've got off it, but give it greater length?
There you go.
Whoa, oh, bless you, Steve Ram, thank you, man. Guy that gave Just Causes a really lovely review.
Oh, yeah?
I just told him that we were live, he said, wow, a bit more notice, assuming you are recording. Posting to the world now, say hi to Tom for me. He may remember me backstage yesterday. Tom is not here. Tom is not here, Steve. Okay. You know the song, Be Real?
Yes.
That's our theme song today, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up and tell us how you feel. Alright.
Always loved that.
Yeah. Was the one song that was pretty weird that I could pull off live.
Uh-huh.
Most weird songs I can't pull off. That's require weird friends to play weird instruments to support me. Okay, this is cool. So we need just that one section again, the second verse, John, is what we need. Yeah. Yeah, have you added it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Did it do it for you? Rob?
I'm still listening, I'm not sure. I've lost definition.
Hold it, let me just get,
No,
I gotta
I-
do something.
I have a lot of
That's how we hear it
definition.
again.
Hold it, I had a little bit, I had it messed around with it, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back there, and here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little test.
Something has changed.
Yes, so I just changed something, and that's why I want
Yeah,
to do
the
this.
So you hear it
the
too.
top end of the guitar is
Right.
bugging me a little bit.
Something
Excuse me,
is-
I like the
Well, okay, so this, and that happened when I put on this next,
That's Sally Farza.
when I put on the reverb on the reverb,
Uh-huh.
it changed.
Yes.
So it was that reverb that made it change.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna leave, that reverb's not gonna be on, then I'm gonna flip it on, and wait for you guys to say something.
Okay.
Okay, just so that we go, oh yeah, that changed, no, we didn't want, we don't like that.
Right.
Okay,
Sure
so,
enough.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
Yeah.
But this part right here is the only reason I asked for a change in the reverb. that's with no reverb?
That's with the reverb added.
I like it.
Me too.
Maybe we just add it there.
We can just add it there, I can automate the sound.
Yep.
Okay, so it's gonna start just where we
In those
started.
two sections, the first verse and the second verse.
Okay,
Or
Well,
every time we go to that guitar lick,
Yeah,
okay,
which
so,
happens top, middle, and end.
That's wonderful.
It's sweet, isn't it?
It's very sweet.
It's beautiful.
It's really lovely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna make one change.
okay,
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
The cover?
Yeah.
Oh.
You remember the three choices that we saw in the email? All black and white.
Yeah.
Fazz now and then.
Yeah.
I think that's great, Noel.
You remember
You
the
like it?
three ones?
I do.
Yeah.
I
The
do.
three choices you sent out of the logo?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there was, the only change that, if it were up to me, that I would make is the ampersand between now
Oh.
and then.
Uh-huh.
There was one that was,
Kind of special.
and I saw it, it said Peter, Paul and Mary,
Oh, yes, right.
and this is not.
It might have been a Fleetwood ampersand. Maybe.
Is that?
okay, so show
well
me,
used?
That was the font style.
Okay, what
okay,
sound-
show me where the reverb's gonna start and stop both times, okay?
Okay, so it's run from the top.
That descending line, right?
Well, just let Noel.
The moment
call it
after the
and
clank.
Lock it in and we're on.
The
on
moment
the
after
next
the
one.
clank, right,
Next issue.
which is where you are now, right? This is all through the clank. Clank, clank, clank,
Yeah.
clank, clank, clank.
That's real standard. There was one that had
Right here.
something about.
It wants to be in here?
It said
Wants to be in
Peter, Paul,
here.
and Mary.
Yeah, no, it's just.
Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love the color. And we've always seen some of these, but there's some that I don't recall.
And off.
Sounds beautiful, man.
Okay, then tell me when it's gonna come back
I
in.
will. I know how to do that. I'll try to count you in. So we're back to the original sound now. The reverb is off.
I think we got it.
But programming
Okay,
it. Ready? And in.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Come on. You're ready. Off.
Nice.
and that's the only place
No.
that shows it, okay.
Come again.
We know you.
I also like the levels too, the guitar and the cello.
Beautiful.
It's not yet.
It really feels to me like this could have been
Ready?
a performance.
And now. Whoops. Not here. Sorry.
Not here?
Not here. I forgot.
It's okay,
So take off all of that.
I'll just go to here.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought it was the end of the song. Original sound.
Tasty, man.
Nice.
Tasty. Nice. Very nice.
The
Did it
thing
go for you,
about-
Bob?
Yeah, it's just that what Gene played, it just brings
Keeps
tears
taking
to
you
your
away.
eyes.
I know.
It's taking you away to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
alright, that was,
Beautiful, man.
Excellent.
Okay, so let's
Good
start.
chasing it down.
It's
Yeah.
great, let's hear it with the vocal now,
okay.
Okay.
because actually it's very important how that goes in the room.
Yeah.
There's a vocal?
Yeah, that was, when I sent the track off to David Amaranth for Be Right Back,
Yes,
Doug Yeager kept writing me back and saying, and the lyric sheet, and the lyric sheet, and the lyric sheet. But actually, you know, the last communication I had, I said, you know, if David wants to fly some words over the top, go for it. I mean, we got a choice.
right,
And he's that kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think this is.
Do we wanna
great.
hear, before we put the vocal on, do we wanna hear the drums?
There are no drums.
You took all the drums out?
I don't think I ever put drums on it.
Ed played drums on this.
it shouldn't have drums.
It doesn't, there's no stems for it, I don't
No?
think.
You did play drums
I
on
don't
it.
think,
I'm not,
Positive you did, yeah.
I'm not,
when we were there,
I don't.
you would have had to
We
have played.
started with that tune, I think.
I think we decided not to do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure not. He certainly played on, you know, tunes that we
I remember a couple of cymbal touches on it.
Yeah, I don't wanna hear any.
Okay, alright, no, this, I don't think it
It's
needs
the
it.
pure, well, and it's also, yeah,
So let's just go to the
It's-
vocal.
Right, I think so. I
Yeah.
think it's become something else because of the beauty of what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a procedural question. If we listen to the vocal, are we listening to the vocal or are we working on the vocal?
Possibly both.
Both, probably.
Because the other choice would be we listen to the vocal and we say, okay, well, here's what we need to do, put this song away, listen to the guitar, do this on the next guitar.
yeah,
Song.
there is that.
Okay,
It's kind of, I mean, we're ahead of the curve right now.
okay.
But, so let's back up for
That'll
2
change.
seconds. If one of the things we have to do is to come up with a single by 5 p.m.
Yes,
And if you guys actually feel that this might be a good choice,
yes,
then we should definitely
Go for
address
the
the
next
question.
step. afternoon.
And there's
it doesn't have to be by 5 p.m., just has to be today.
Right,
Well, let's do it
And,
now.
and actually, what has to be today is sending Hudson Harding
a
a
version.
choice,
I see.
Yeah, okay.
and a version. It
Yeah.
could be, he could just, you could
This
just
might
run
not
a.
be the last vocal. Right.
Exactly.
Okay,
Alright, then let's
Okay.
do that. Let's work,
let's
address this to get it out today.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
But with the knowledge that, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we could move to the next one at this point. The vocal is like,
I think the vocal on this is terrific, you know.
it turned
let's
out to be
listen
a
to
lot
it once.
nicer than I thought.
Yeah.
Could we hear it once?
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, I've
Let's
grown
hear it
very
said.
fond of it, and I had a couple of questions, but I
I
said,
still have a few.
no, it's
questions.
just, okay.
What did you do to the cello? 'Cause it's lovely. I mean, not that it was that big.
He was a man who.
Well, he was.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I heard a voice.
Yeah, he did.
We have medicine.
He was loud.
All right.
What?
We have medicine for that.
I know, but the problem is I'm already taking. So do we all agree about the ampersand?
Oh, okay, I'll
I
do
think
it,
it's worth looking
I'll
at.
get back.
Let's see it
It's
that
the
way.
one that is a little more,
Tilted?
no,
Flourish.
it's a little more flourish.
Okay.
It has more of a finish.
Pushpin Studios.
Did you hear that, Sally?
Hi, Sally. The ampersand, like the one that's got like almost a fishhook arrow thing going back on into itself.
Yeah, that's right.
Beautiful work, though.
It is beautiful.
Right there, that ampersand. Can we borrow it from the PP&M
He
Fleetwood,
was a man.
just
who wrote a
for nostalgia's
symphony.
sake?
He was a man who led to life. Can you run it again from the top?
Yeah.
Noel was waxing. He was a man who. Clanking included.
Oh, okay, we haven't really done much of clanking yet.
Right, you're gonna have to match that guitar, that's right.
That's easy.
Is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think clanking was here. I'm gonna take the guitar off the voice off for a second. Okay, yeah. So this is gonna be.
You don't think this is too esoteric for a folk music lover?
No.
No, I don't
no,
think so.
No, this is where folk music might go.
And now a ballad from the medieval 21st century.
Are you having reservations about it?
No, it just it hadn't really occurred to me. That
Yeah.
It's spare.
Spare.
It has a.
It's you and you're telling a story. It's, no, I think
It's just,
It
yeah, it's a
has
story.
an intimacy
Yeah.
with your voice. It has an intimacy with the instruments.
Yeah.
And this is a song that other people can and have sung.
Yeah.
It's a folk song.
That's true. Congratulations, Jim Bella. Yeah.
How did you find this song?
Jim Bella, ukulele player.
And you've definitely taken it someplace else, which is wonderful.
Yeah, I don't, but you know, the actual mechanics of finding the tune, I don't remember.
Well,
I've always liked Jim Beloff, and he visited the house, you know, in Blue Hill.
And you were listening to some of his music and found this one? Or he showed it to you?
I'll tell you when you were hooked on this. It's when you and I were taking a drive up the Pacific Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was when we were going up from San Diego to.
Oh yeah, right.
It might have been that trip, or it might have been another. But it's either 2017. I think it's 2017.
That long.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's 2017.
It's not
And
that
you had
long.
just heard it.
Point. Yeah.
That's 2017 feels like a lifetime.
So those are kind of cool pictures, aren't they?
Oh yeah, some of which I have never seen.
I like them.
Yeah, I think it's really well laid out. Sally did all the layout, right? You guys did it?
I know that Dave Snyder
Oh,
did a lot of the collection.
Oh,
It's
great.
great.
Yeah.
They're really great.
I've never seen that picture
I have.
of the trio.
I don't know if I've ever
Yeah,
seen
that one.
That's the Birmingham camera shot. Yeah, and
I was-
so's the one down there too.
I've always liked that.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, what is this behind you? And it's a camera store.
Yeah, it's camera store.
What about this one?
That's my circus in Dorsey, Maryland.
Oh, good.
cool.
You're gonna need that for the book. The flyleaf.
It's actually, you know, the part on the website that have the flashbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the pictures from the flashback.
Yeah.
Matter of fact.
So, can we go?
Oh, and that's the Ed McKenzie show on Channel 7.
We're stuck.
Oh dear, yeah, that. Yeah. Those
55?
are the birds of paradise, 55.
Wow.
Oh, Yep, she got the songs wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
These
this
two
one is
guys.
cool.
Yeah,
Dave Brubeck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Paul,
that's it.
Gene Wright,
Oh, it's Gene Wright.
yeah. Dick
Wow,
Kness.
This guy looks like you.
Yeah, you better,
Gene
or we're
Wright.
gonna sue him. Oh, this is cool, this is from the virtual party.
Yep.
Aw.
It's 04. Look at Kent.
We missed you, man. You
Yeah.
weren't there that day.
Yeah, no.
And neither was Jimmy. No.
Yeah.
Remember I went down to Nashville and tried to add him in, remember?
Oh, you mean tried to add Jimmy in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at his
yeah,
house.
and we did.
Yeah, and then
We
we
did.
all went there in 2000. Well, it was, yeah, and Peter drove us around in his Honda Civic,
Yeah.
and we had guitars, crutches, and suitcases.
Right.
But Kent looks like a younger guy there.
He is rather young.
Yeah.
Always has been.
That's amazing. The resolution is better than I thought it would be.
Yes.
Noel and his
Well,
pajamas.
some of these are, high res photos to begin
F
with.
sign, Cam,
Yeah.
Shelley,
Shelley. Oh, and Shelley's assistant at the time.
and Barry.
Can I see that
Are you
one?
telling me that's Ruckus?
That's him.
It's Shelley, yeah.
2004.
That picture. Oh shit.
Second time we've used that language here.
Pardon me.
This is not
It's the
exactly a
same guy.
PG
That's-
feed. Watch yourself.
No, it wasn't
No,
the same guy. That was
Johnny
me
next
this
to you.
time.
It's contagious,
Well, that's pretty
spreading.
Three. Three. That's, bracing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some coffee while John.
Would
is-
you, if you're gonna get one, would you get a second?
Would you get a third?
Yeah,
I-
Possibly will be able to do that.
I'll help.
Jim's knee hurt.
It may or
John,
may
you want
not.
some coffee, babe?
No thanks, no, I'm all
I got
set.
Okay.
There may not, who knows how much you guys have actually had so far.
Thanks, Ed. God, I thought those guys would never leave.
You'll be a pain in the neck.
What are you trimming on the,
I'm just trimming this, it didn't wanna save that for some reason, I gotta go figure that out, but
oh,
I'm just transferring it manually. You know, computers being a pain in the neck, 6.4.
we live in their world.
Yeah, some days. Yeah, the logic of computers is interesting to say the least. 4-0 and 4.
Well, it sounded good, John. You made these speakers, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah,
Tell me about the components again,
well, they're all JBL,
right?
and they're the same things that come out of. They had this system, I think it was called a Sovereign. They did a couple others with the LE15 base drivers and you know that bullet tweeter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. That's a 75. These are this. They originally had a passive woofer,
Right?
which extended the frequency response down past 20, but it put this gigantic friggin' hole between like 30 and 80, which is like
yeah,
I need to know that.
yeah, absolutely.
The 20, I got almost no use for.
Right.
And these are, so, and then the other thing about JBLs, what they used to do is they would flip the phase of the mid-range driver, because the mid-range driver, because it's a horn, was out like this.
Right,
You know, so it was behind like this, so they flipped the phase to change where it started. Same thing with the they frigged with the bullet tweeter. Well, once I did the measurements, I realized, well, the problem with this is they're not physically aligned.
right,
Once you put them in the same physical plane, you could flip the phase and have them be all positive instead of having the middle one have be negative.
interesting,
The thing is, these were a prototype, and I was gonna build a nicer version of it. But once I built them and measured them, I went, yeah, they're kind of like what they're supposed to be. I'm not gonna fuck with them.
yeah, good for you.
And so the inner, it's all, you know, finished birch
Yeah,
with no voids, and then on the inside there's a whole bunch of bracing on that, and to keep and the amount of inner space, you know,
so that bracing sort of takes out the color of the
The
cabinet would make.
the cabinet really doesn't move much at all.
Yeah, right,
And it is, I use a port. Some people get all bitched out about ports, but
no,
there's no really good smart way to be able to do it without a port to get that kind of stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
And so I did the port, and it's all, you know, I did all the measurements. I had a program that could tell me, you know, with the drivers, this is what
Sure.
you want. And so I just built the inner dimensions to do that, put it together,
it'll work.
and then the big thing was kind of physically aligning stuff. And I did that by, I have a measurement microphone, and I just ran a program, and I just kept doing it and moving things just incrementally until it kind of agreed. So these things are really very essentially flat from 40 cycles to about 4K, which is a lot of what
Well,
we
that,
hear.
there's a whole lot of speakers that aren't.
Right, and they frig around with them, and
Then you gotta mess around with them.
right, and so they you know, people do all these, you know, EQ things, which just fucks it up. So and the top end, I was just able to use the you know, the crossover there. I just dialed that back some because it was a little bright, and because that's just the nature of the bullet tweeters. They're
Oh, yeah.
they're wicked efficient, you know, all those speakers are. So that's what it was. It was just figuring out. And originally I had thought, well, I'll put them up like this, but then I realized, well, I can't put them up where I would normally have had them.
Right,
Because I don't have a window that goes
Yeah.
right straight across like that. It's
Right.
it's having to do it this way. And so I said, okay, I'll just flip these things on their top. And
Right.
it worked. So yeah, they work, and it's remarkable. The way it translates out of the room is really cool. And then I did a lot of measuring to try to get rid of any kind of reflections, you know,
Sure.
that were gonna bother me.
Right, because some are good.
Yeah, some are good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, if it's dry as a popcorn fire, it's really hard. I've worked in a few rooms that were just really dry, and you were just like, oh.
Well,
man,
when
this is like-
when this morning when we were talking, and I thought we were talking about more recording of that guitar,
yeah,
and when you said plywood, I had told Noel the other day, last night, I guess, driving down from the airport. There was a studio I really liked working, and it was just,
oh
I
yeah,
mean, it
yeah.
was so dry you'd get thirsty walking across it.
Yeah.
But we had a guitar piece that we wanted to do, and I bought put on the record budget, 9 sheets of 4x8, 3/4 inch plywood
Yeah,
of cabinet finish.
yeah. So you get the hard.
So you
it's even
don't
harder.
lose any possible reflection.
Right.
And we put, it was a D28 Martin that was like a 1930s.
Yeah,
And we put one piece on the floor and built a 7 or 6 sided thing,
yeah.
opened on the front, and put 9 microphones until we just kept fooling around
Yeah,
until we went, now there's a guitar sound
Right.
that no one's ever
Yeah.
heard.
and the thing is that because I've done a lot of classical recording, and so what you realize after a while is the difference in spaces has a lot to do with everything. Now, I don't have the space here to build
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
studio that, you know, sure, I'd love to have a big room with
Oh, yeah.
offshoots, but it's not
Well,
gonna happen.
I got to record both at the Big Abbey Road Studios
Yeah.
in the basement,
Yeah,
where they've got 4 Telefunken 251s that are 26 feet above the floor.
yeah, yeah,
That's why that room sounds that way.
right,
And I got to work at the old RCA studios in New York. The old was a synagogue.
Oh,
that
that's
got
somebody I
turned-
wanna see.
Synagogue got turned into a recording studio.
Hello, good
Yeah.
looking.
yeah,
And
Well, I'm double
so
back
here's
from
Pete
booze.
Seeger for a banjo in the middle of this huge room. And it sounded great.
yeah, was that, I'm trying to think, did that become Sony where it had the movable going in there with,
On 23rd
Smith?
Street and
Yeah, what's his
It
name?
was
Not
ours.
Mike- I wanna say Mike Smith, that's not right.
RCA studio, but Columbia used to record Pete
I
there.
think it's.
And John Hammond,
Yeah,
who had signed my band, invited me to the session. And I told Noel the story. Pete,
I settled.
I never met the man. I
Well,
know who he
yeah,
was.
you're right, Bob.
He'd come in, he'd say, "How'd it sound, Jim?"
yeah,
I said, "It sounded great, Pete." You know,
yeah, right.
And his wife's over there knitting,
Yeah,
Toshi, or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just, wonderful people, I mean, but that studio, I
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah, what I love is,
somehow overkill.
it was, but it wasn't overkill because you could
Yeah,
raise and lower the ceiling and you could also move all the panels
right,
on the side.
that's right.
And Smith, what was his name? He ended up working for Sony for ages, but we all went in there as a, sort of an AES thing, and they're, they got somebody in there to do some tracking while we're doing, and he's like just moving the room around, and I was just going, holy shit.
Well, they
I
had,
want this at my house.
Yeah. They had some big movable walls that were big, I mean,
Yeah, they were huge.
that big, and they were angled off
Yeah.
the floor,
Yeah,
so that there was never anything
right,
parallel.
right. That was an incredible room. I'm sure it's parking garage now.
I bet you're right, yeah.
Because I know Record Plant is a parking garage.
I just worked in a studio in Clearwater that I didn't even know was there's been there for 10 years. They have 4 rooms and they have 4 SSL consoles. And they're booked all the time.
Wow.
I don't know how they do it, but I worked in their A room, which is the biggest recording.
Yeah.
And when I went in there, I walk in the control room door, and over here in the corner is a Studer A800.
Yeah.
24 tracks
Personalized reality.
with a roll of tape already on it.
Absolutely.
And I went, "Do we get to use that?" "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
I said, how do you guys have this rigged up?" And he said, "We don't actually, record on tape, but we run and the tape is rolling.
Oh, wow.
And it's processing it back to,
Back to the Pro Tools or whatever the hell. it
yeah,
is.
whatever, it was, Pro Tools Plus,
Yeah.
a lot of custom stuff, but that sounded great. So
Yeah.
it's great, and they had, Westlake
Yeah.
design,
The big ones,
Yeah.
the big Headleys with the wooden horn. Yeah.
it sounded fabulous,
Yeah.
What, the cello?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounded great. Okay.
Are we listening to the vocal?
We're
Yes.
about
Vocal. And then
We need to.
And we're moving on.
What time is it?
it's 12:15.
Okay, so
We have
we have
45
time to
minutes.
reconnoiter another tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, or get set up for later.
Well, we don't know later. We're gonna get back to the hotel.
Yeah, figure out later.
Right.
Maybe get something to eat on the way back. Take
Okay. So Splunk.
There's some funky notes in there.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
We'll have to do something with the cello there, because in this spot, it feels like they're in 2 different rooms.
Okay. So that, because of the way that's done, I'm gonna back that down.
Right at the transition, John,
Yeah.
is where the cello needs.
Get louder.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna do that right now,
Okay.
but I will
Okay.
end up doing that.
You sounded like you were threatening to do something.
No, I was threatening to, I was gonna turn on the vocal. but I was gonna turn down, you know, the Charles Ives
Yes,
chords at the beginning?
yes.
I was gonna turn them down because obviously you're clonking away on it much harder than you are in the latter part of the
Ah.
song.
Uh-huh.
And so I realized that.
So that's maybe why you thought the cello sounded different.
Yes.
He was a man who sold insurance. He was a man who wrote a symphony. He was a man who led two lives. When I came to thinking that I cannot do it all, then I remember Charles Ives.
I do.
I just,
Well, he's a composer on the weekend.
That's nice.
yeah.
And then when Monday morning arrives,
That's nice.
he shines his shoes and then he gets his handshake ready as the other Charles Ives.
All good.
Now this is the time of great ambition. This is the time for going after dreams, after our 9 to 5s. And if we're thinking that we cannot do it all, we should remember Charles Ives.
Yeah. That's very conversational to me.
Yeah, I like that.
All through the week he talks insurance, selling the people peace of mind. And then when Friday night arrives again, summer in him thrives again. He's the other eyes again.
The thrives again and thrives again are lovely.
I have an ooh section here.
You have an ooze section?
I have an ooh section that must be on another track.
Yeah.
But Jim will step in for the time being.
Step on it, not in it.
And I must have continued from the ooh into the last line of the song. Must be on that track.
You know, I just realized that the cello appears to be in stereo.
Yes.
I did not know.
I think he recorded it in stereo.
Okay.
No,
We've been
really.
listening in mono, just one of the
We
tracks.
should give consideration to that before we leave this.
Okay.
I really like the vocal. You just this is
The
very-
top of
at
it,
the very
the
top. You want
First
to
verse.
The
Yeah.
first verse
First
is not.
verse is not as good as it
Okay,
could
but the
be.
rest of it is lovely.
And-
I think the rest is.
And
And
we
the
have
ooze is beautiful.
We'll have to
too.
deal with a couple of plosives.
Yeah, the other thought that I had is as long as you're going for the first verse and we've got other things that we like for later on, I wonder what would happen if we got that whole sound in your ears while you're singing to it. The mix of the room and the cello and the
Oh,
guitar
yeah.
that we have right now, because I think it feels to me when I'm hearing the first verse like you weren't hearing the whole track when you sang it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think it would help you to have
Yeah.
the whole track.
Well, the cello wasn't there when you did that, right?
No, I
That's
think it
all.
may have been. Or no, it might not have been,
No,
because
it
you sent
wasn't.
it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
okay.
Okay. So,
I found the ooze,
okay.
I believe.
Okay.
And you found the
And
other
we
part of
found
the
the
cello.
other half of the cello. Alright, well, alright, I think it's time for a decision about what the next move is. This is a better use of our time, since we know we're gonna try the vocal again. and John is gonna have to reacquaint himself with the other cello.
Which I suspect isn't that much different, but it gives us a different ambient.
Right,
Right.
and since both of those, projects are more, towards the path of mixing than anything else that we've done, is there a better use of our time for these next 15, 20 minutes? Do we want to review something else, knowing that we will do this at the top of the afternoon? I mean, at the end of the, you know, the
Did
fourth
you have
hour.
something specific in mind?
Well, I sent John 3 stems, or
Yeah.
three tunes, that I thought, you know, it might be nice to go to one of them now and see what the guitar sounds like in that.
Well, that's fascinating.
You shut it off and it came back on.
Yeah, it's on Do Not Disturb and it spam rang through it.
Spam ran.
Yes.
Oh, cause you can
See,
say,
there's Do Not Disturb.
yeah, but do not disturb can, how shall I say, allow
Yeah, but it's
people
not
in your
supposed-
contact list.
Yeah, spam is not in my contact list.
This is
Unless
how,
they took a number that is a friend of yours.
this
and-
is how I feel, this is what I think we should do. I think we should listen to the other half of the cello. John's gotta leave
I
here in
agree.
35 minutes.
I agree.
Get that done,
Make
and
a
plan
decision.
when we come
Then let
back
us come back
to
organized.
redo the first verse and then mix the tune.
Or change that plan as we're listening all of.
Right,
What has happened to you?
I love you, Bob.
okay, yeah.
Does that make
So let's
sense?
work on the cello.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's get it done.
Yes.
Okay,
Because we need to send this tune out, we need to
No,
have this
no, we don't have to send it out until Wednesday.
till Wednesday, okay.
But we need to send a rough of it out.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I think we do that. We get this taken care of because we're on it,
Yeah,
and then we figure out.
Taking care of what? Cause
The
I'm
cello.
willing to send this out rough form without the vocal.
Oh, that's what I was gonna just ask you.
Yeah.
You wanted to hear this vocal?
I wouldn't mind,
Okay.
cause I don't think the decision's gonna be made on the.
Is all I'm thinking.
What's that?
I'm just thinking you want to open strongly.
I just think there's enough time in this day
Yes,
to
there is.
get the sound that we
Finish
want on the
this.
cello,
Right.
because we're only listening to half of it. And then
Take a break,
take a break,
Right.
come back.
come back,
First thing-
redo the first
First
verse,
thing is a
and then
vocal.
let's mix the song. We'll have
Is
enough
this all
time
there?
to mix it.
Well, I don't know, John, how does that feel for you? Is it practically mixed by itself?
it is for the most part it is. I think there are little places we're gonna want to ride
Yeah.
a little tiny bit, like for instance, the transition between the
Yeah.
cello at the top.
Yeah.
To have it bang
Well,
it
then
up.
my question is that something that John really should handle on his own and then we come in to review it? Or do we monitor every nit
Is
in?
on these guys, I think the monitoring the nits, so to speak, is helpful because there's a divergence of opinion,
Okay,
which
Right.
can be helpful,
yeah,
You
I
know.
can.
because sometimes I might go, I gotta run that through a stack of Marshalls, and someone's gonna go, no,
Okay, all right, good. Then I agree with that.
Okay, so we
That's
got
good.
the
I was
cello.
looking for the comfort
Okay,
level.
so first day, one tune, we'll have to be here 19 more days.
Right.
You don't mind.
So we're gonna be more.
but this is the thing is that the mixing stuff is really not. I mean, how many tunes are? They're just 2 tracks that
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm fooling with.
8
But
of them.
We got
but
8
there
of
are
those.
at least 10 others that aren't.
Yeah, but how much is done with those other?
There's a lot to do on all of them.
Okay, and some of it we're still waiting for stuff to show up.
That's
Right.
right.
Yes.
That's okay. Well, we just wait for stuff to show up. But I think that once, for instance, with this guitar thing that we just did this morning, we have a template that we can.
That's
That's
perfect.
our-
Perfect.
that's our-
Hopefully we do.
Keep using it, yeah.
Yeah, we can go, okay,
Yeah.
and make that stuff happen.
Yeah,
So are we agreed we're gonna start to work on the cello now and
Yeah,
get
let's do it.
everything else out after?
Because that way we're kind of in the same frame, because it's a little harder to come back to it, I think,
Yes.
after the fact and go.
You're set up, let's do it.
Okay.
So right now, the cello is halfway to the right and the echo is roughly halfway.
so we're,
to the left.
Yes.
so we're gonna put the other
We're gonna
half
put
all the
the
way to
other-
the left?
We're gonna just hear the rest.
We're just gonna hear let's put the
Let's hear
other.
what he's got.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the echo off
and
The
put
cello,
other
I
track
just
there.
wanna hear the cello
Sure.
by its lonesome, and I
Yes.
will do what we would do in stereo, is I'm gonna, right now, the cello's been sitting at 63% right,
Right.
and so I'm gonna put the other one roughly the same on the other side, just for the heck of it.
And did he describe what those two channels represent audio wise?
Nope, just said left, right.
I think he did on the original.
Oh, really?
I mean, I think when he sent them to me.
Was one of them
I think like a
more
sound,
ambient?
yeah, I think he described, no, I think he just described the microphone.
Oh, okay, alright.
So that probably wouldn't impact your judgments.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it's a, you know,
I'll bring it up and we'll look.
okay. Okay, I'm taking off the ambience
Mm-hmm.
of the,
The right side of the cello.
right side of the cello.
Oh, is what we've been hearing the right side as?
It's, I can go find out, I'm not sure which one's which. I've considered it to be the right side, because
Yeah.
that's where we threw it.
Right.
But we don't know what it says.
It could be left or right.
Yeah.
Actually, we were listening to cello left, but we were panning it right.
So we can put,
Uh-huh.
you wanna put it to the left?
We
now
can
and
put it to the
other
left,
one
cause
to the right?
it's roughly 63% anyway, so. it
Yeah.
doesn't-
and
Well, let's-
the
yeah,
other
let's
one-
I
do
might
that.
actually, let me open it right up
Yes,
to
that's
left, right.
yeah, let's do that.
And then, and we'll just hear it. We wanna hear it in context with
The
what's
guitar.
going on,
Yeah, I think
vocal and
so.
all that stuff, good, okay.
Or do you wanna
Do you
hear
wanna
it
take
alone?
2 seconds to hear it alone? We don't have to hear the whole thing, let's just hear what it sounds like.
Okay.
I sure didn't feel like hearing one side of it that we were missing any of it,
Me
but.
No, I
either,
didn't
me
either.
either.
Yeah, but
Maybe
he's a
we-
sensitive
maybe
guy,
we wanna
maybe
leave
he
it.
gets something sensitive with the placements, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it better.
Beautiful.
It does swing a little, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It takes up more space,
it'll be okay.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We
all
can
I,
afford it here.
John,
Yeah,
FYI, one is a Neumann and the other is a Sennheiser 441.
well, 41 is kind of an interesting one to put there. I don't know exactly what they're doing with them.
Yeah, and it doesn't say left or right, it just says that's what.
Just one's one, one's the other.
Does it identify which Neumann?
No,
There's only a lot of them.
Yeah, there's only like a gazillion of them.
okay.
Okay, so, but then the 441 is a nice sounding mic, it's better sounding than the 421, but, I mean, I like the 421 fine, but.
That's just,
That's application, yeah.
that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So let's work with both tracks.
I'm thinking
that way.
moving to all Radio Shack.
Yeah, good. With the new software.
With the new software.
I'm with you.
I actually had some Radio Shack PZMs, you know, they were the original Crown
Yeah,
PZMs.
yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they had, what they did was, they lopped off, they just put a guitar type
Yeah.
thing, and if you cut that off, it actually had the balanced outputs. And so we wired them to XLRs and they sounded great. They weren't as controlled quality wise as
Right.
the original Crowns, but it was kinda weird. I don't know where the hell all that stuff went to.
Another 4-letter word?
Oops, sorry about that.
Mhm.
It's probably not a good idea to have the sound up when I'm talking.
That should be a
There we
song.
go.
Hey, could we can talk in Esperanto.
There we go.
I don't know how to talk. 4-letter words.
Okay,
That's all
so-
we like to sing.
Do we, okay, so given the fact that with the cello before, we had it, I like the way the cello sounds with both tracks.
I do
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I'm wondering if we want to favor the balance
To the right.
to the right, just
Yeah,
like we
just
did
a
with
little
the,
bit.
Okay.
Just
with
a little
the,
bit.
same, the one track.
Let's
Yeah,
hear
well,
the,
let's
let's
try
hear the
that.
guitar and do that.
Okay. Okay, so, You know what's really weird is that melody sounds like it would be a Western theme song. That is weird.
I started thinking it could be in a
Yeah,
vampire
right.
movie.
You know, it could go.
Oh, yes, right. That's true. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, good. Well, you'd have to, but the thing is, you'd have to get, what's his name, who was the guy, Frankie Lane to sing it.
Yes.
You know?
Wheels, yeah.
Yeah, he did all the rawhide,
Rawhide,
all
yeah.
that stuff, you know.
Keep them doggies rolling.
Yeah.
Though their glands were swollen.
I don't think that's what it was.
That was the Blues Brothers.
I
Oh.
never heard that. It's better when I thought it was original.
Okay, I'm gonna listen first to this. Okay, and then. Okay, I'm guessing that one, number 4, is the Neumann. Cause this one here is, I'm gonna put them both in the right spot. This, I believe, this was not the one we were using. Okay, I think that's the Sennheiser, and that means extension goes down below.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we know that, I think maybe what we would do is probably keep this a little further on the outside, this more on the inside. Okay, let's go back here. Oop, my help actually turn this one on. Okay, so here is this. I've swung the Sennheiser out all the way. The Neumann is really center. And I put the reverb on each of them where it was on the original mono track that we're using. So you guys can take it from there.
Suck your me in, I think.
Okay, so let me go back.
Nice. So
The Neumann's a little less, I've got it backed out maybe 3 or 4 dB because it's,
That's good.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing for me. When we have both mics going on the cello, it begins to have a more open sound
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
than the guitar has.
yeah,
It makes the
it makes
guitar
sense.
sound less open.
But it makes the guitar more focused in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just play it just a couple
Sure,
notes
sure,
more.
yeah.
He was a man who sold that.
Okay, I think that overall I've got the cello up a little hot.
Yeah, I think it's a hair
Well,
hot
only a
too.
tad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a tad.
Yeah.
He was a man who sold insurance. He was a man who wrote a symphony. He was a man who his handshake ready as the other. Charles,
There's a
I
lot of resignation in this performance. It's like,
This is the time of great ambition. This is the time for going after dreams, after our 9 to 5. And if we're thinking that we cannot do it, oh, we should remember Charles' eyes. All through the week he talks and
Vocal's too loud right
shoes,
now. Back the vocal down a little bit.
selling the people
I was
peace
gonna
of
argue the
mind.
other, I was gonna say, the vocal is loud, but it's good because it's the first time I've been able to really hear it work, yes.
Friday night, arrive.
And I think people have to hear the
Oh, yeah,
words.
me too.
The quality of the vocal seems to be,
Something in him
I think it's better as
cries.
possible.
It isn't, but it is, you're in the better part of the vocal too.
Oh, that's true.
John? Can you throw a little echo on his voice?
Teeny bit. But by the way, I think you've got it on the cello and the guitar.
Yeah.
Does everybody else agree?
I'm
Yeah.
good, I'm happy with that, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's there.
I think Noel's vocal sounds a little dull right now.
Well, it needs,
Yeah,
it
right.
needs to be,
Well,
it
it's gonna be
needs,
fixed.
yeah, it needs a little water, it needs to be wetted down a little bit.
But-
Wet lips.
But, but the sound of the track is the best it's been.
Yeah,
And to me, that second microphone actually helps the guitar, as bizarre as that is.
mm-hmm,
The change in the sound on the cello helps the guitar.
yeah.
Well, there's this thing, this phenomenon, it's combination sounds that your mind and ear create.
It's left room somehow. Adding
Right.
surprisingly has given more room.
Yep.
I guess it could be some phase cancellation or something between the microphones. I don't know what it is.
Well, I would guess,
It's good.
do you hear any of that, John? On the stereo cello, any phase issue? I don't.
I don't feel any of that.
I think
no.
it's
No.
good. All I'm saying is, it's odd to me to explain how adding
Oh,
the
That,
other microphone is actually given space to the guitar. You
Yeah.
can hear the guitar more clearly than you could
Huh.
from just the one mic. And I don't know
I
whether
mean,
it's
there
the
could
level.
be, there might be there could be a cancellation from the two
That's
of them
what I was
playing.
wondering about,
I mean,
from
I
the
don't know if
placement.
that's kind of a,
well, but it's the truth. I mean, you know, what we're dealing with is a lot of individual parts, but collectively they create something that isn't really there.
right.
It's,
But I think you got it. So now
Okay.
what do we wanna
So
do?
now we
You
gotta
wanna go
add
after
some
your
kind of,
echo?
Ed, let's put the echo on the voice.
I wanna hear the
Yeah.
voice,
Just a little
pull
bit.
back just a hair and a little, wet it up just a little
okay,
bit.
now, with vocals, my personal preference is to have an actual, some echo, kinda subtly there,
Yeah,
and then reverb
uh-huh,
as the to give it a little bit of this.
okay.
But that way you don't hear the,
So combo, reverb and echo.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
let's see.
and
Let's
I
just-
usually, I try to time it, just try to time it.
Yeah, yeah,
that it
show us.
Show us.
Makes some sort of sense. But we will find out, won't we? And I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Time to make Clark, especially when he would do our shows live, so it's kind of a little more echo. Everything was so dry. And he would always say, come to my show and get shaved. Oh, God.
Are you dialoguing with the watchers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a chat box off to the side.
Oh,
And are people actually chatting?
Yeah, Bill Thomas came on.
Oh, wow.
good.
Hey,
Bill, how do people know where to find this?
Facebook now is telling
Oh,
people
okay,
that we're
Facebook
there.
does it, yeah.
Bill Hammond and Steve Ram, who both wrote great reviews for Just Causes, have gone to their worlds
Okay,
and told them peekaboo.
yeah.
We probably should have dressed up a little nicer, don't you think?
Absolutely.
We all look like we're just about to head out to the back 40 and, cut a couple of cords of wood and bring it back in.
Well, it's just
Well,
us.
that's pretty
It's
close.
just us.
Well,
We are rural.
You got a lead on us on that, John.
Hey, I know, I got the red shirt and the whole deal, you know.
Remember Peekaboo as a project?
Yes, but I can't pull back any details at all.
Time ago. It was an album concept where the word peekaboo was a see-through. You could see through the letters peekaboo. And,
Oh, okay.
and it was just a concept for an album. I mean, as crazy as Fazz is, you know.
Yeah.
What a cool idea. Let's just run with it.
Yeah.
The next one.
I don't seem to be able to answer anybody here.
He was a man who sold insurance. He was a man who wrote a symphony. He was a man who led two lives. When a kid was thinking that I cannot do it all, then I was wrong.
Yes.
I know, I gotta go.
He's a composer on the weekend. And then when Monday morning arrives, he shines his shoes. And then he kisses handshake ready.
Jim Beloff just
Charles
Oh,
Lyons.
cute.
I don't think he's heard it with a cello.
Now this is the time of great ambition. This is the time for going after dreams, after our 9 to 5. And if we're thinking that we cannot do it all, we should remember Charles Eyes. All through the week he talks insurance, selling the people peace of mind. And then when Friday night arrives again, something in him thrives again. The other eyes again. Ooh.
Well, there you go. Guess we got some oohs happening now.
Yeah.
Ah, is that subtle enough or what?
No, but I'll tell you, it does,
Right.
it does
Right.
portend Waiting for Angels.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
It does portend it, but a little, yeah. a
Yeah, I'm
little
sorry,
less.
that was,
That was a joke.
that was the tons of subtlety.
Pay no attention to that.
The jury will disregard.
Keep moving, nothing to see.
The jury will disregard the admission of guilt.
Wow. Okay then, nothing I like better than that. Do stuff like that.
How do you say everybody like the echo?
Well, I mean,
Not the last blast.
I think we,
I'm not there yet in the.
Yeah, no, and I think that
It'll
probably
get
just
dialed in.
gobbled us all from
You're,
the.
you're still adjusting.
Yeah, yeah. Pay no attention to your set.
okay.
When I get to thinking that I cannot do it all, then I remember.
Who else did you produce besides Poco?
Fireball, Chris Hillman, Richard Durrell.
Hold on. Spell Chris
Cate Brothers, C-A-T.
Sorry.
Oh,
Go on.
I got a million of them.
And now they all know. Yeah, Steve Ram said, hey, you know, who are these people? Mike Bird logged on. Said the gent on the left is John Stewart at his home studio. Cool.
Which we cannot photograph.
What?
Which has never been photographed.
No, this is like Area 51.
Right, we'll tell you where it is, but then you'll have to.
You will have to kill you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Marianne.
Hey, John, you're gonna kick out of this. I want you to the featured item here, sitting in front of.
Well, that's because we're using tape.
Yeah, we've gone back to it. See the featured item in our show today,
What?
sitting on the counter there.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
For the roll of scotch.
Yes.
Well, a lot of it would be just about that sticky when you ran it over the heads.
Oh, gee, you need a haircut.
Who's that? Who needs a haircut? John does.
Oh, I do.
Me.
We all do.
I don't.
No, you don't.
I had one of them cut yesterday.
It looks very nice.
You know, I used to be a hippie, but my hairs didn't grow too long.
Let's get this vocal sound.
Phil Thomas says, feels like 50 years ago at the record plant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's almost exactly right.
Yeah, you're right on it, Bill.
The thing is, the control room in the Echo plant would have been this deep. They were really shallow.
Yeah. They
Originally.
were shallow.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, it was shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until we went to the Hidley ones, and they got a little bigger, but they were initially wicked.
And they had wooden slat things behind them to
Yeah.
absorb the.
In memory of Shelleyakis, we have 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
memory.
Sounds good.
Yes, exactly.
Is Shelley gone?
No.
No.
I just mean, we saw his picture, I'm thinking of him. At least, I hope
You know, I just realized, that ooze vocal has that last
verse.
verse
Yes,
stuff
it
on
does.
it. That's
It
what,
does.
that wasn't, I didn't realize that until we,
That's why we're going through it.
yeah.
And it probably still will.
Okay, so,
Yeah, from there, we're thinking from the second verse on out, vocal is suitable. If we cannot improve it.
I like it. I think it's,
Yeah. Well, you never can tell. I can be engaging twice.
yes,
You probably talk to me.
well, you're gonna have to do the first, you wanna do the first verse over, so sing the whole
I
tune.
won't tell the same story. Alright,
He was a man who sold insurance. He was a man who wrote a symphony. He was a man who
I have not
to life.
defined the reverb on Noel, it's just
Yeah.
a room, 3-second room, which is what I
That I
thought.
cannot do it all.
It's
yeah,
too
it's a
much.
little long.
Way too much.
Do you think it's too long or
Yes,
is it
Too
too
long,
much?
it's too long, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the same room these guys are.
He
Instrumentalists.
composed
Not enough.
on the weekend. And then when Monday morning arrived,
You're getting there.
That's pretty close. Just a hair less, John.
he shines his shoes, and then he
No,
gets
it's
his
too, I hear him
handshake
too long,
ready.
and it's too big a room for his voice.
Charles eyes.
Okay, so I put a pre-delay on that, and it's down to about a second.
I think it's still too long, but can we hear a little more of it?
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a sense of what we were
This is the time of great ambition. This is the time for going after dreams, after our 9 to 5.
Shorten it just a hair, John.
Okay.
And if we're thinking that we cannot do it, oh, we should remember
In the room.
Charles' eyes. All through the week he talks insurance,
It's easy for me to see this happening.
Yeah.
selling the people peace of mind.
Because there's the echo on my way in.
Uh-huh.
And then when Friday night arrives again,
Yeah, because
something in him thrives again. He's the other eyes
can we make
again.
one other kind of adjustment, Sister Gladys, on the vocal? Down there, that 4 to 200,
Mm-hmm.
just take a little bit out, real, as narrow as we can get
On the vocal.
on the vocal,
Yeah.
and then up above, right in the 4 to 5K range, we need to put a little more narrow bandwidth, but just a little point,
A little zizz on it.
like, I call it wet lips. You make the lips sound like they're wet.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves that sound.
It's like lip gloss.
I never said that.
Well, you implied it.
Yeah.
You have 6 minutes, John.
I am doing my best, man. I'm trying. Okay, so you're saying around 2 to 4.
It's in there, I don't know where, but if you make a real narrow
Yeah.
bandwidth and
And
just
then
sweep
do
through
it.
there,
Yeah.
there'll be a sweet spot. It just sounds a little,
Okay. I'm gonna go back.
hopefully you hear that.
Those are
When I
not-
get to thinking that I cannot do
Which
it,
part are you in?
then I
I'm in the more in the toward the beginning.
Okay,
Cause the
good.
end one I haven't put the EQ.
Good, okay, good, just need to know.
Charles' eyes. Well, he's a composer on the weekend, and then when Monday morning arrives,
That right there, what's that?
250, 260.
he shines his shoes, and then he gets his handshake ready as the other Charles' eyes.
Does it sound a little better now?
Maybe a nudge higher.
I was thinking a nudge
This
lower,
is
but
the time of great ambition.
So it's maybe
This
just
is the
nudge
time
wider.
to go away after dreams, after our 9 to 5.
There.
Okay. It's 275.
And if we're thinking that we cannot do it, oh, we should remember Charles'
That was nice.
eyes.
Yeah, let's put the wet lips on.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna.
All through the week he talks insurance, selling the people peace of mind. And then when Friday night arrives again, something in him thrives again. He's the other eyes
Can't tell.
again.
No. It was,
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back into this so I can
you're in the wrong spot.
longer.
where's the high end
He's
boost
a
on the vocal?
composer.
Okay, so here right now I'm just shy of 5.
Okay.
He shines his shoes, and then he gets his handshake ready as the other Charles' eyes.
And where's the low cut frequency wise?
It's 275.
Right. Let's do what Bob said. Let's go lower.
Go lower.
Go down to
After
200.
dreams, after our 9 to 5. And if we're thinking
Yeah,
that we cannot do it.
Is that better for you?
It is, I think so. What do you think?
I think it is.
Charles,
It sounds less processed.
Yes,
It sounds intimate.
yes.
Yeah.
all through the week he talks insurance, selling the people peace of mind. And then when Friday night arrives again,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good.
something in him thrives again. He's the other eye.
Sporting event, John. Settle down.
Let me buy you a beer. Boy, the guitar sounds great.
She's all very
I'll show her the highlight.
When I get to thinking that I cannot do it all, then I remember.
Send this to those people. I mean, it definitely, this song is a sleeper in this record.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay, I
Nice,
think we
John.
got it.
I'm
Nice.
happy with it.
Nice, you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go, I gotta save it.
But I think
Do we need
got
to
it.
write
Yes,
you a
please save it.
lady's kiss or anything?
No, no,
We're just on time.
they're pretty used to me.
And we gotta go.
That's good. I like everything about it. Love the cello, love the guitar. The voice is great. Echo's great on the voice.
Oh, is there time for John that we could burn something and take it and listen?
No,
Okay, never mind.
No.
Bad idea. John.
Premature.
premature.
Cause then you get the demo love thing.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yes, oh, the demo love, it's like,
You send home something that's got the most screwball mixed thing,
Yeah.
like the guitar is like upside down.
That should be a song. Demo love.
Yeah, and it's like completely unbalanced, and they come back and go, well, no, we like it
Like
that
demo
way.
Lovato.
way back when,
Yeah.
after 2 record companies told me, oh, I like the rough mix better, I would never
Yeah.
give out rough mixes.
Yeah,
I said, cause you, so-and-sos will tell me that you like the rough better, and
Right.
it's doesn't even have all the data on it.
yeah, it doesn't even have the real vocal on it, other, it doesn't
You
even-
gotta go.
Okay.
You gotta go.
I gotta go.
Make you late.
too.
So what do we need
we'll
to
see
take
you
with
four.
us? Do we
Four.
take everything back with us?
4:15, so, right?
Yeah,
Nice, John.
good, awesome.
Sonar,
See you at 4:15.
Slide.
yeah.
Yes, John?
What's that?
See you at 4:15?
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Add your text.
And we'll do this all over again.
oh, God.
Drive carefully.
Oh, I will, I gotta go.
That would be an important part.
It really does, you have to really relearn how to drive. Not relearn, but really makes you much more aware.
You're driving a rig, man. You got
Yes,
a lot of.
I mean,
a lot of tail behind you.
I grew up
Especially in bare
driving
feet.
trucks.
Oh, did you?
Because we pulled, we hauled lumber out of our
Oh, yeah.
land, so I grew up driving heavy equipment and trucks and stuff, but what really got me going was when you do, people,
Yeah.
Do they have 4 seatbelts on people?
I'm the only person that has a seatbelt. Unless you're, someone who needs a 5-point harness, cause you can't keep yourself in the seat.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't have those, they don't put them on the big buses like that, those kids.
What is the bus you drive?
It's a international,
Yeah.
regular big bus,
Is
diesel.
it yellow?
It's yellow with red flashing lights. People will, their common excuse about running the reds is, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Because it's 45
Right.
feet long, it's like what, 10 feet
10 feet
Oh,
wide,
and
10 feet tall, and
it's
8 feet
huge.
wide.
And they'll go, and the red lights are flashing, and everything's on, there's a strobe, and they go, I didn't see it. It's like,
You're lying.
yeah, you're lying, or maybe you shouldn't visit the Magic Kingdom that early in the day. Yeah, that's like, wow.
Yeah.
I've gotten some people's grill about it, they start to go by and I'll put I'll lay on the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that.
What if your children were the ones coming across
Exactly.
right now?
Yeah.
Cause someday, what will happen inevitably with the kind of activity, and this is why we have gone to this thing where they're gonna put cameras, some kid's gonna get killed. And it's gonna be through somebody's just stupid,
Yeah, ignorance.
just going through it and not thinking, I'm too important to stop for this bus.
Right down the road from me,
Let me
there's
ask
some
you,
people that have a sign out.
What do you think we need to bring back
It says,
with us
drive like your children live
Yeah,
here.
well,
I'm not sure what you're asking.
to the hotel? What do you think we should take back?
Oh, I don't think we need a guitar.
No.
No, okay,
So I'm just,
take the
I'm
car
not
back.
gonna leave the camera here.
Okay,
Okay.
so just bags.
you can show them the empty studio for the next few hours, huh?
Yeah, you could put a title on it that says back at 4 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Can you actually turn it off too, or?
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Cause this is just,
battery.
I just wanna do this in the morning. I think mornings are the best time because we'll be reviewing,
Yeah,
there'll be more music actually, you know.
Yeah, makes
and-
sense.
yeah.
John,
Thanks, see you guys.
Thank you,
yeoman,
John.
yeoman
Thank
work,
you.
babe.
Safe
Thank
travels,
you.
John.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna bring the guitar?
Sure.
We don't, he just said we don't, he
Well-
doesn't think we need it, but if you want to.
Why
Oh,
do you-
no.